Good morning and welcome to Proof of Work Coin News. This is your host, Coinology. We're currently almost at 400 subscribers. If you could help us out, I'd super appreciate it. We are a Proof of Work only show. We talk Proof of Work miners, coins. So please, if you have any comments, drop them down below. Let's take a look what's happening in the Proof of Work market currently. So moving into the Proof of Work market, we currently have a decent amount of green. It looks like Bitcoin is still moving sideways. Some of the bigger winners are going to be Zen token up 10.5%. We also have Beam up 4.6%. And then on the other side of things, we have Caspa retracing down 4.5%. So today we're going to be talking about Flux's proof of useful work. None of this is financial advice. It is just an opinion piece. This is meant to be entertainment. So the evolution of blockchain, Flux's proof of useful work. The blockchain industry is witnessing another huge innovation by Flux, which has introduced its concept of proof of useful work. This groundbreaking idea aims to open up the world of providing decentralized computing resources to everyone. What is proof of useful work? Proof of useful work is a concept that aims to make use of idle computing resources more efficiently. Home PCs, gaming rigs, and redundant servers, which previously might have been underutilized, can now support the proof of useful work network. They can supply resources for a wide range of computational tasks. The only requirement is that you meet the benchmark specifications. A new approach to mining and building rigs. With the introduction of proof of useful work, the way we mine and build rigs may transform significantly. With the potential to allocate some resources to traditional mining and others to proof of useful work, a more flexible and efficient model emerges. The approach diverges from the traditional rig setup, thereby enabling more widespread participation and resources optimization. The role of Flux in proof of useful work. Flux is designed to process and allocate resources in the proof of useful work network. Its goal is to provide global access to computational resources at more affordable prices. With Flux, anybody can contribute their PC or rig to supply resources, creating a truly decentralized network. Target sectors for Flux proof of useful work. The potential use cases for proof of useful work are vast. Industries that require high computational power, such as artificial intelligence, machine learning, scientific research, and data analysis, can greatly benefit from this technology. Additionally, individual users with high computational requirements, like gamers or content creators, can also tap into this network. So use cases are machine learning, AI applications, rendering, computer graphics, cloud gaming plus streaming. The target sectors are going to be the medical field, research, federated learning, cloud applications, media and entertainment, and then additionally weather forecasting, simulation, VR and AR, and then others. How can you contribute to the network? The specification requirement for proof of useful work will differ from traditional mining rigs. While mining doesn't take up a lot of these resources, people will likely partition these off for use with traditional GPU mining. The idea is that mining rigs can supply some resources for mining while other cards meet the specification for proof of useful work. Computer specification for proof of useful work. The specifications for proof of useful work are not yet finalized. However, it is safe to assume that they will differ from traditional mining rigs in several ways. This is due to the diverse range of computational tasks that proof of useful work is expected to support. For those interested in contributing to the network, it's advisable to keep an eye on the specifications to ensure that your system is compatible. And this is just a couple of the specifications that they've listed on their website, but these, I believe, have changed just a little bit. So there is a lot of information out on this now. So just Google that if you do have any questions about some of these specifications. So for the motherboard, choose a motherboard that supports PCI Gen 3 with at least 8 times electrical lanes. This will ensure efficient data transfer and enhance performance. On the CPU, a CPU that supports virtualization is essential. As a guideline, select the CPU that offers a minimum of 4 threads for each GPU on the motherboard. This will ensure optimal operation and workload distribution. The minimum RAM requirement should be equivalent to the total VRAM available on the GPUs plus an additional 25%. However, the optimal performance, it's recommended to have RAM that is 4 times the amount of the VRAM. GPU, the choice of GPU will largely depend on the specific workload requirements of your system. VRAM size is key, but speed is also to be considered. Storage, a combination of storage options is recommended. An NVMe drive as primary storage will provide fast access and processing times. Additionally, an HDD can serve as secondary storage, offering larger space for data that isn't frequently accessed or doesn't require high-speed access. Again, the exact storage requirements will depend on your specific workload. So the proof of useful work workflow. To participate in proof of useful work, computers will be benchmarking using software compatible with both Windows and Ubuntu operating systems that supports virtualization. Users can then specify what they want to process and when they want to make their PC resources available. This opens up the marketplace for home PC users as well, democratizing access to computational resources. So benchmark for proof of useful work. Benchmarking is a critical part of the proof of useful work process. It ensures that only systems meeting the required specification contribute to the network. This maintains that the network's efficiency and effectiveness in delivering high performance computational resources. The roadmap for proof of useful work. Flux plans to roll out the benchmarking software in coming months. This will be followed by a iterative release of the proof of useful work software. By gradually implementing these systems, Flux ensures a smooth transition and opportunity to address any issues that may arise. So why contribute to the Flux proof of useful work network? Contributing to proof of useful work network offers several advantages. Not only does it allow for more efficient use of idle computational resources, but it also allows individuals to actively participate in a global computational network. By contributing to proof of useful work, we're supporting a more affordable, decentralized access to computational resources and helping to drive the future of blockchain technology. Additionally, proof of useful work offers a new avenue for crypto miners to diversify their operations. Instead of focusing solely on mining, they can now allocate some of the resources to proof of useful work, creating an additional stream of potential income. Moreover, participation in proof of useful work network promotes the democratization of computational resources. It breaks down the barriers for users who may have access to high performance computing, allowing them to tap into the network resources. The proof of useful work impact on the blockchain industry. The introduction of Flux's proof of useful work marks a significant evolution in the blockchain and crypto mining industry. The concept of proof of useful work could pave the way for more efficient and practical uses of computational resources by providing a platform for individuals to contribute their idle computing power. Proof of useful work promotes the decentralization of resources. This can lead to a more diverse and robust network, less prone to monopolization, and they're resilient to potential attacks. Furthermore, the integration of proof of useful work into crypto mining operations may change the dynamics of the industry. Miners now have the option to diversify their operations, which could lead to increased stability and profitability. A vision for the future. Flux's vision for the future with proof of useful work is ambitious yet achievable. It promotes a world where computational resources are more accessible and affordable, fueling innovation across various sectors, from gamers to data scientists, from small scale miners to large mining operations. Proof of useful work offers opportunities for all. The benefits are not limited to subset or of users with high-end systems, but extend to any users with a capable PC. As we look forward to the release of benchmarking software and the subsequent rollout of the proof of useful work system, it is evidence that Lux is pushing the boundaries of blockchain technology. I think they mean Flux, not Lux. In the ever-evolving world of blockchain, proof of useful work would potentially become a new standard, further cementing Flux's position as a pioneer in the industry. Flux's proof of useful work offers a novel approach to the utilization of computational resources by bridging the gap between idle resources and high-demand computational tasks. Proof of useful work stands to reshape the landscape of blockchain technology and decentralize the provision of computational resources. The coming months will indeed be exciting as we await for the unfolding of this innovative concept. So if you are interested in reading this article, I will post it down in the description. This is actually from tsncrypto.org. But yeah, I'll go ahead and drop that down below. So as far as what I think about Flux and Flux proof of useful work, let's take a look at the coin price. So First of all, the coin price is sitting at 40 cents. Flux has come down considerably. Now, it looks like the all-time high for Flux was about $3.10 and has come down just considerably. It has been moving down all year, as most cryptocurrencies have, but it hasn't had a lot of positive momentum at all in the last year. Now, moving over to the network hash rate, this is pretty indicative also of what's happening with the price for Flux. So currently we're at 215 megasouls, and this is continuously dropping. Now, I believe that this was back during the Ethereum merge. So this is when people began to say, okay, well, Ethereum's going to be gone. I'm going to move over to Flux. And right after just the profitability died, there was no money to be given out on Flux's network. So everybody kind of came off. People started talking about proof of useful work right about here. And then not very much information came out. It was just like a little hint. So as you can see, this network has just fallen off the face of the universe. And I personally believe that is because Flux, in my opinion, has mentioned many different types of technologies, and they really haven't completed them. Now, starting with like the parallel assets, from what I understand, that's not complete. And the parallel assets don't fully work. Not all of the parallel assets have been established. And additionally, they have also had to decommission some of their parallel assets because they chose cryptocurrencies that had moral issues. The moral issue part is what I have a problem with. If you don't have to be a Bitcoin maximalist to understand the Bitcoin white paper. And if you're choosing parallel assets for your company, as well as making decisions for your company, you should be basing it on that Bitcoin white paper. The Bitcoin white paper is completely about decentralization and, takes into account different moral issues. And so with that being said, them choosing different tokens for their parallel assets that they then had to remove for moral issues means that they did not vet those cryptocurrencies or blockchains properly, in my opinion. Additionally, I do also have some other moral dilemmas with Flux. So recently with Flux proof of useful work, I have observed the Flux team coming out and personally attacking Dynex. And with that, I see a moral dilemma of, if you are so head down and focused on your own technology, why are you coming out of the woodwork, to insult or come out at different proof of useful work projects out there, especially when Dynex already had a product out there and continues to better it. Flux does not even have their product out there for proof of useful work, and they're already criticizing Dynex. And Dynex is a cryptocurrency that I am not currently mining. I am not affiliated with in any way, shape, or form. I have no Dynex. But I do see them out there putting their product out there, and I do see them, innovating and doing interviews and things of that nature. To me personally, that is a red flag. These are obvious moral dilemmas. Additionally, with Flux proof of useful work, there has been quite a bit of interviews and talks of Flux proof of useful work, but Flux will not communicate who their clients are and who they're going to be. Currently, there are a lot of people spending money on Flux, Octominer branded server cases for Flux proof of useful work without even knowing if there are clients in place. I personally have been on different interview forums, and as their, the Flux developers have been on these different interviews, and I have personally asked, who are your clients? And I have not gotten one answer, not one. I've asked people that are into Flux, that have communication with the devs, and none of them have any information about who their clients or proof of useful work are. And my personal opinion on this is, why would companies decide to use Flux proof of useful work when they can hire a data center that has thousands of Hewlett-Packard and Dell servers that are much faster than our, Ryzen processors? They're using Threadrippers, and they're using, much more higher power CPUs in those servers. They're using better graphics cards. They're using better RAM. They're using better storage. Why would they want to use our network? Why would they want to use Flux's proof of useful work over a consistent, low-priced, low-power, low-overhead data center? I just don't understand. And with them not having any clients rolled out, not communicating who their clients are going to be, and then also looking at the competition, I mean, me personally, I think it looks pretty grim for Flux proof of useful work, and I'm very interested to see who they, go ahead and roll out. Now, is this why Flux proof of useful work has taken so long to come out? Is it actually because they don't have any clients yet and they can't release the product without clients? Because I understand that Dynex isn't currently doing very much computational work, but at least they have a product out there. Now, this is not to just come out and speak bad about Flux. I do have Flux. I have mine Flux proof of work for quite a long time. But as far as Flux proof of useful work, I am very hesitant. And when they say that GPU mining as we know it is going away, and that proof of useful work is the future, when the product is not even out there, they're being critical of others, and they have moral dilemmas, and they have no clients rolled out, that is a huge red flag to me. Now, on the other hand, some things that I really do like about Flux are that they are committed to GPU mining. They are committed to GPU mining. They do listen to the Flux miners. They do take things into consideration. I have not yet seen like a full-blown vote or anything like that. So I don't believe that they are fully decentralized, but they are committed to GPU mining. They are committed to that type of mining. So that is beneficial. That is something I like. So that is something that we can work with. But I just want to take these things into consideration. I want you to take these things into consideration. Don't go run out and buy a bunch of hardware for Flux proof of useful work when they don't even have clients yet. When this isn't even established yet. If you're going to go out and you're going to build a rig for Dynex and you may use it for Flux proof of useful work, well, that's a little bit different, But I just wanted to go ahead and get this information out. I personally, overall, I like Flux. I'm holding Flux, but I do have some hesitation. I do have some red flags with Flux, and personally, I think it shows in the price and why it is so down, although they are rolling out this technology actually this weekend. Now, please drop your comments down below. I would love to know what you think about Flux proof of useful work. I'd love to know what you think about Flux overall. Okay, moving over to GPU mining profitability. So Kiro Coin has actually taken over. Kiro Coin is in the lead on all the 40 series, just profitable across the board with all these GPUs. So we have the 4090 in the lead on Kiro Coin, doing $1.55 a day, 83 cents after power. Kiro Coin is, I believe, a newer coin, and my advice to you, not financial advice, is to not mine this coin directly. Mine it to an exchange. That way you are not putting yourself at risk. Taking a look at the overall profitability. So currently GPUs are profitable for about a 13 cent kilowatt hour and lower. So if you're below that, turn your GPUs on. Moving over to ASIC miners, we have the Antminer KS3 doing $2,000 a day. As you can see, this miner is really starting to fall from grace, falling from that $3,000 a day mark down to $2,000. Now we have the Jazzminer X16-P on Ethereum Fair plus Zilliqa doing $12.94 a day. We have the Antminer L7 script mining doing $12.12 a day. We have the iPolo G1 on Grin doing $7.01 a day. We have the Antminer K7 on CKB doing $5.50 a day. We have the Antminer S19 XP Hydro 257 terahash monster doing $5.28 a day. Moving down, we do have the Z15 Pro on ZEC coin doing $3.51 a day. We have the Antminer E9 Pro doing $3.30 a day on Ethereum Fair, and we have the Antminer KA3 actually moving down again on KDA doing $2.84 a day. Thank you very much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. Like I said, almost at 400 subscribers. Please help me out. Drop your comments down below. I'd love to know what you think. If you have any questions about hardware, about coins, if there's something you want me to talk about in a future video, drop it down in the comments. Like I said, I am not trashing Flux. I hold Flux. I like Flux. But what's your opinion? You know mine now. And once again, thank you very much, and we will see you tomorrow.